Hello and welcome back to, and this is episode 3 of the Global Growth Leaders podcast series, where my great colleague Henry Wang and I interview some amazing thought leaders and inspirers from both the West and the East. And the aim of this program follows the 2022 version of the program, this 2020 version, this 2022 version. The aim is exactly the same. We want to inspire the world and demonstrate that through collaboration and through sharing our thinking between the West and the East, we can all accelerate, we can all excel, and we can all do better. So, Henry, without any further ado, who's our guest today?
Well, today we're very, very lucky to have Raymond. He's an old friend, and he's a really impressive entrepreneur from Hong Kong who's passionate about youth development. Raymond, can you share with us some of your impressive career? I know you've done a lot. You started many companies and you're working a lot with youth and things like that. It would be really interesting for you to share your impressive career with our audience.
Oh, hey, first of all, I really, it's actually my pleasure to be on this episode. And thank you, Simon. Thank you, Henry. I've been following with your series, for years, well, a couple of years. We talked earlier about, 2019, and suddenly we are 2030 now. Hello everyone. I'm Raymond. Okay, the founder of Future Now. Okay, what is Future Now? Future is actually now. It's one of my companies. It's an AI based knowledge accelerator, which helps you to learn new knowledge in metaverse economy in just 3 minutes time. The reason I started that because we believe everyone is unique with talents, okay, and together we can build a better future. I would use 3 I's to describe my career a little bit here. First I is to make impact. Second is to inspire dreams. The third one is to influence people on positivity of their lives. I think during the past couple of years, actually last few months, actually during the COVID and things like that, a lot of people are actually getting some of them we getting COVID, some of them are getting depressions about how the world is working now. But I think this is also a great opportunity for us to really bring a positivities to everyone, and I think that would be part of my job. 3 I's: make impact, inspire, and influence. I think that would be a very simple description about my my mottos and my career upcoming. And yes, I do start a few companies. Besides Future Now, the latest one is actually well, it's just started a few weeks ago. I haven't shared with the team. It's called the DAOI, DAOOI. DAO meaning DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, where it's Web3 now. OO stand for towards, it's like moving towards somewhere. Online, offline, offline, online. I is some interesting thing. It's about I Ching, like the Chinese theory. Okay, how the world actually the wisdom work. So it's called the DAOI, a new company, but it's actually all related to my 3 models here. So yeah, just a brief discussion, introduction of myself.
Wow, fantastic. Simon?
Thanks, Raymond. Yeah, and when you talk, Raymond, Henry and I are clearly older than you, right? We're at the latter end of our lives, and when I listen to you, it inspires me because the future is something for humankind to create, right? The future won't just happen. The humans have to drive and create and intentionally find a way forward, and it's inspiring to hear younger people like you talk so eloquently about opportunities and about growth opportunities. So that was wonderful, Raymond. So, and well done on being the founder of Future Now. It's so important. So maybe just tell the audience a little bit more about your current activities and also the aims as well, activities and aims.
Sure, sure. Future Now as an education technology company, we call it the AgTech. We actually need to keep up ourselves and bring values to our audience, especially on the youth, I would say. When we talk about youth, I have to say it's not only about you are the age of 20 or something like that. No, youth is about your mindset actually. So we want to bring our values to our audiences. 3 areas, okay. First of all, in Future Now we talk about dream, we talk about life, and through technology, how we leverage our knowledge to or technology to make our dreams come true and plan our life better. We during the COVID time, I have to say, and now in Hong Kong side still in COVID. I mean, the world is still with COVID, but we see a major issue actually. It's the gap of poverty is actually getting bigger and bigger. We see there are a lot of people who has people with resources. They can still work well, study well during the COVID time. They can improve themselves. However, for those who has less resources, we see there are people actually without an internet. I'm sorry to say that it's hard for them. They don't even have money for that. They're living in a very small spaces. It's very hard for them to get access to the technology world. So in this, especially in the lockdown and things like that, like the world is keep moving very fast. However, these people are going to a different side of the world. So and part of our aim actually for Future Now is to accelerate knowledge. You know, to have a fair knowledge ground for everyone, and everyone has a chance to learn. I think that's very important. That's what we do during the COVID time, and is our current activities is actually helping more youth to learn faster and to catch up with the world. In the past about 6 to 9 months time, actually, we haven't stopped our work. Actually, we work even harder because of the situation of the world, or even of the global now, because we see the communications for high school, primary schools, even uni students. Actually, they are trying to transform, but not fast enough for the world. So we actually created some other programs, such as like we want to create some immersive learning experiences for our students, not only on the Zoom meeting, but we would like we also have something called like entrepreneurial dream tour to inspire our audiences, and we also offer like a knowledge influencers workshop, which could help them to bring our youth or audiences to the new economy. A lot of work, actually, even harder in COVID time. But I think it is great things that and we appreciate that we have achieved those activities.
No, that was wonderful. And you made a quote there. I think you said helping the youth to learn faster and catch up with the world. I think that's a great quote. So thank you, Raymond. Thank you, Henry.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Raymond, I mean, it's really good to hear about the workshop that you are doing for the youth, like the entrepreneurial tour, the knowledge workshops, and particularly you're doing it during very difficult times with COVID. So how do you cope with that? And what do you include in these workshops that the youth find so interesting?
Actually, to share some data here, actually, in 2021 June time, actually, the McKinsey actually released a research about they have something called the deltas, the distinct elements of talent for the future. So they actually interview a survey about 18,000 of people in 15 countries, and at the end of this research, they actually suggest government, what are the future skills actually needs to be prioritized. I have read that article, and actually inspires me a lot. In that article, there are about 56 distinct elements, skills actually for our future talent. And I look into the details, and I found that, I first thought, hey, you know what, in the future, of course, there are a lot of the digital skills. There are a lot of technical skills I need to learn, Python, I need to learn whatever digital, everything that comes digital. But to my surprise, the answer is no. There are only about 25% of that deltas actually is talking about the digital skills. That actually, wow, I actually blinked. What happened, right? Why? And actually what are the rest of it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the soft skills.
Yeah.
It's a lot about soft skills. It's about how we think, the critical thinking, how we communicate, how we perceive the world. Of course, like your psychological health is very important, especially how you work with others, whether or not you can digest your knowledge and then be able to share with others. These are exceptionally important in that deltas, and actually that inspires us to hey, you know what, we must change the way to deliver our values. It has not been changed, the values, but the way. Okay, so that's why like entrepreneurial dream tour is actually a tour. It's about 3 hours. When there is less COVID, we can still go out. Okay, it's a 3 hours immersive, I have to say, a tour that we bring youth to a place called Cyberport in Hong Kong, where actually there are 1,700 of startups there, and we share with them how they can apply technology to their daily life, how they can leverage technology to build their dreams. It's not how to write a Python programming. No, it's about how you apply your knowledge. And we also talk about have organized a workshop like knowledge influencer. So in Future Now, it's 3 minutes bite-sized knowledge places. But if I ask you to present actually everything in just 3 minutes time, it's actually a lot of skills here. How you communicate, how you make the topic, how you make it interesting, how this topic can be sustainable. It's very important. So we have those workshops and entrepreneurial dream tour. We reach out to actually the schools in the past 6 to 9 months. In Hong Kong, some more information for our audience here. There are for the high school and primary school together, there are about 1,100. Okay, not a lot in Hong Kong, but actually not bad. Actually, Hong Kong only have about 7-something million people. We have 1,100 of schools. And during just the past 6 to 9 months, we reach out to actually over 400 of them, 400 to 500 of them, and wow. They came to our tour, and the school principals actually really surprised because wow, that's the way that we can, or our students can be learned. How the future skills could be, and the inspiration is not only about the students, but to our principals, school principals, and also our teacher. The way how they teach actually changed phenomenally in the COVID time. So we bring different values to different sectors, and we're happy. We're happy that a lot of youth schools came over. But one surprise is, which is not planned, we do have a lot of elderly actually come to our tour, And I was thinking, what happened? Why are they joining our tour? It's actually a lot of elderly people. Actually, they want to find their second life. They have a lot of knowledge. They have a lot of experiences, and they wanted to catch up to the real world nowadays. And we're so happy that to bring more positivities to them. So with the tour, with our platform, we have all these people from age, I have to say age from 10-year-old to 65-year-old. So happy about this. Yeah.
Wow. Raymond, it's so inspiring to hear you, and you mentioned the importance of soft skills. You're talking my language, because a lot of my work is around helping organizations and leaders improve their soft skills, empathy and communication skills, and resilience and awareness and assertiveness and influencing skills. And Deloitte's, one of the big four consulting firms, came up with a report in Australia a year ago, and they showed that by 2030, 63% of businesses globally, the most important things will be soft skills. So I think we're going through a technology age, but I think we're going through a soft skills recognition age next. Because interaction is going to be more and more important as we come through. So that was wonderful. And just very briefly, you mentioned youth and poverty alleviation and life coaching. Anything else you want to discuss about any of that area? Because maybe the life coaching side of thing. You mentioned the older generation. I mean, as you can see, you're never too old to read. You're never too old to learn. And tell us a little bit more about life coaching, the work you do there.
Okay. We see a lot of youth. Well, I mean, let me put an example. We in the past few months, we have over hundreds of the tour actually happens, and I personally actually meet with over, I think, 4,000 to 4,000, 5,000 of youth, and every one of them, they come over and we talk about one thing. What is your dream? Wow, a lot of them. You're so shocked. Actually, a lot of them, they don't have one. They just don't have one. And actually, for the younger one, like age in between, I think 10 to 13-year-old in Hong Kong, actually they do have a lot of imagination, and they do have one. But when they grew up, like in the high school area, surprisingly, a lot of them, I do not have one. I'm just playing video games. That's all. So actually, that inspired me. That inspires something is happening, and it's not only about the youth. We, on the other hand, we also connecting with the commercial world. How they with their hiring. We also connect with the uni students as well, about the situation of our future of work. Because at the end of the day, we learn from high school, primary school to high school, and then university students, and then go to work. But a lot of them, we found that they do not have a dream, and more important, they do not understand themselves. We find that some of our survey, there are a lot of misunderstanding between who they are and what the community wants. No matter from work, no matter from family perspective, or from their skills perspective. So we see there are some mismatch here. And our job here is to, as early as possible, to help our youth or anyone to understand their strength and know what's in their core and who they are. So throughout this immersive learning experiences, throughout the knowledge influencer workshop, one of the hidden agenda behind is is to find out who they are. What is your strength? What is your best of your life? I think that's something that was behind Future Now.
Wow, that's powerful. Henry.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. I'm really, really glad that to hear you're working with youth and also with our generation, the elderly, because I
Yeah,
think
everyone is
I
young.
agree with you. We never stop learning. Now, I'm learning even more now, actually, because you realize that life on Earth is so valuable. I mean, in addition to all these work that you are doing, I know you are also working with a lot of volunteer organizations. I mean, congratulations on being elected as the president of the Hong Kong Golden Butler Rotary Club. So, I mean, that's great. Being a Rotarian, I'm really happy to be working with you together. Can you share with us some of your vision under your presidency and what sort of things have you started during your president year?
Sure. Thank you, Henry. I think it's actually also my honor to have my trust of my members of my Rotary Club, and I have to say, Rotary Clubs is actually a great platform. It's a global charity organization that that encourage services beyond self. Right, everyone can contribute, and joining first of all, joining Rotary is actually is a life-changing experience. I have to say, and eye-opening, and that's the reason why I'm here with everyone here today. It's part of it is because we know each other from Rotary, and to serve. And this year there's actually a motto for the global Rotary is to serve to change lives. In my club, I actually impose something more besides the serve to change lives is to have some fun. It's very important that life should be more fun, happy, and then you serve, and then you're happy. You're happy, you serve. So that's a motto I imposed into my club, and this year actually we did quite a bit. I have to say, first of all, during the most difficult situation in the past few months, we actually have some goodies bag. We call it a goodies bag to help the ones who are in real needs. Okay, who are the ones who are in real needs? For example, they are in Hong Kong. They are still like the poverty are actually quite serious, and a lot of people actually living in we call it a cage house. Okay, you can imagine just maybe 10, 20 square feet of a house. Sorry to say, it's a house. It's what is a cage house, and these people actually it's very difficult to get out. And imagine their COVID situation. One actually get infected, everyone will be. So we organize some goodies bag, which have like some testers. Of course, there are like emergent needs for them. Since we are also like focus on the youth, we think about the mental health as well. So for some of the families, we actually organize some online events. Okay, you can imagine the Muay Thai. Actually, we do the Thai boxing, something that you can do at home. The whole family actually they, can use the Zoom and do some exercise, because like you can't be depressed all the time. Let's have some positivities, and we organize some choreography, English choreography classes. Well, you don't need a lot of equipment, but just a pen, and to release your mental health. I think COVID itself you can avoid, but mindset you can change.
Yeah.
So we focus on this area and to serve our our audiences, the one who are in needs, and upcoming, just to make some advertisement here. Our next year theme in 1st of July will be Imagine Rotary. So wow, how wonderful it could be. So just some sharing about my Rotary Club here.
That's wonderful.
Wow, that's a lot of activities. That's a lot of energy. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can see that you have a wonderful spirit, Raymond. You have a really good spirit. It's a spirit of helping and accelerating and helping people find their identity, which is wonderful. And also, congratulations on becoming the Deputy General Secretary and Executive Director of the Hong Kong Guangdong Youth Federation. Tell us a little bit about that.
Wow, this federation is actually it's a great asset because like GBA, the Greater Bay Area, is a major focus of the from Hong Kong and also from China as well. Greater Bay Area has about a total 11 cities. I have to say we call it 9+2 because there are two special administrative region. So Hong Kong and Macau are the two, and there are 9 cities in the southern part of China. And this federation, youth federation, is actually gathering this 11 cities together, and gathering everyone's strength, every city's strength, and to put the power together and to make it greater youth power. And I have to say that well, Hong Kong has about 7 million of people, or 8 to 8 million of people. With the Greater Bay Area, is actually 10 times larger. Okay, the populations. So it's 700,000. So 70 million, yeah, of populations, and actually over half of them are youth here. So so this organization actually help us to exchange culture, to understand the strength of each other, and then to leverage, or better leverage, no matter you are in a southern part of China or you're in Hong Kong, there are fellowship and there are projects that will work together and to serve a better youth for this area. So I'm honored to be part of them, and to promote more about the Greater Bay Area, and not only to the Greater Bay Area, but to the world as well. I think there are lots of opportunities for everyone. No matter you are in or out, going in is a great place. So happy to bring more friends from the world and to GBA.
Perfect.
Wow. That's very impressive work, and I agree with you. The Greater Bay Area is going to be an engine for growth for Hong Kong and Guangdong and Shenzhen together, and I think the potential is huge. Finally, Raymond, based on all your work in Hong Kong, in Guangdong, and what would you suggest that youth organization in the East and West can work together better to promote youth development globally?
I think that is a great question. First of all, Henry, I thank you for bringing this up. I have to say one word, very important: partnership. There's no better way than partnership, and win together. And when we talk about, I think in our episode, we talk about East and then West. There are different cultures, I remember. But now it's actually throughout this past few months, we have some new words came out, right? The metaverse. Okay, the metaverse, the Web 3.0. There's no boundaries. There's no time. It's timeless. Everybody has an avatar. Right? It doesn't matter where we are, as long as we respect each other, we understand the nature of our human, that we respect each other's culture, we learn from each other, we some projects, I have to say, we can definitely collaborate, and I would very much encourage that. There are things like virtual internships. I think it's a great things to kickstart for the youth organization of the East and West to work together. I'm sure there are organizations that needs the youth from another side of the world, and the other way, I mean, vice versa. And virtual internship technology now is easy. We can have task-based projects, research on different cultures, and this type of project can make impacts as well. So I would say, if we can encourage our youth organization to have some impact projects and bring SDGs together, Sustainable Development Goals together, it could make a huge difference. We can, and another buzzword I have to bring up is NFT, for example, right? NFT is a buzzword for everyone nowadays. These things has no boundaries, and youth actually really like it. Why not have a East and West NFT together, right? And make a better world. Anything can happen. Just to share one more example is I have a friend actually. He just make an NFT for SDGs. So wow, and it's interesting, right? NFT is an impact NFT for the SDGs. So bringing more and more everyone in the world together and serve better for the world. We are global citizens. I guess I think that's my takeaway. Yeah.
Wow, that's really thoughtful, and I think that's really meaningful. Thank you so much, Raymond. I've been a fantastic discussion, and really inspired by your energy and imagination and your dreams. I think it will be very impactful. I hope our audience globally would have found it as fascinating and enlightening as we have.
Let's have some fun together.
Oh, absolutely, and it's truly inspiring. And you talk about we're all one human race, and we are. And I think we forget that all humans are human. All humans are human, and I think we need to focus on that. And it's funny you mentioned NFTs and SDGs. When I was your age, I'd never heard of these things. So there's a whole new universe. And that's the wonderful thing, that the younger generation can create this new universe, this new metaverse, So it was wonderful. This is a groundbreaking podcast. And we really hope our audience get a chance to listen around the world. And we've got more episodes coming. And it was wonderful. So thanks so much, Raymond. And thanks, Henry. And
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.